what's up? This is comedian Shang, and you're listening to Savage AF. Stop playing. Get at it.
We savage.
As what?
We savage.
As what?
Savage.
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 Savage?
Savage.
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 Yeah. Yeah, Savage is AF, y'all. Savage is AF. That's what I just said.
Yes, you did.
We are Savage AF right here on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. I am Black Pedro.
I'm Shang, and I'm going to tell you something right now. Black Pedro, again, I want to give a mad shout out and props to Black Pedro for representing in Portland, Oregon this past weekend. We did at Harvey's. He had great shows back to back to back to back. He did his goddamn thing. And that's not just because he's my friend, but because he's a talented ass comic.
Thank you, sir. No, I appreciate it. And always same to you, man. It's amazing to see your following from town to town to town to town to town.
Yes.
And, Portland, just off, one of the jokes I told is like, because everybody told me to watch Portlandia before I go to Portland because I didn't know anything about it. And, I watched like 6 episodes and I was like, hey, this show is funny. There's no black people in Portland,
Yeah, there's very few black folks.
Yeah, but that didn't matter there
Portland,
at all. And
great crowd anyway.
Not to limit ourselves to say that we could only draw certain types of people that
there
look
was a
like
lot
us
of
or
white
whatever.
folks that came out.
It's not even about that. But it really is. It's not a this.
It's not a color thing.
Yeah, it's really.
It's
not,
a funny thing, and I appreciate everybody because it was a majority white crowd, but. Fuck if they ain't seen they seen the TV shows and they knew jokes I did. I didn't do the jokes that they saw me do, but they came to see new shit that they hadn't seen.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. And I also want to let people know if you want to check us out after this, because this is live, you can go to the podcast version of it. iTunes, Stitcher, Slacker.
Yeah,
iHeartRadio.
Yeah, you can catch us on all those
Savage
platforms.
AF.
And shout out once again to Comedy Pop-Up for putting us out there. We appreciate that, y'all. But check us out, man. Savage AF on the podcast, guys. Catch us there. There. Man, so yeah, Gracy Lace, she's out in the parking lot. That's
Gracy Lace is going to get alcohol.
She's like the #1 female drone pilot, and we're in here learning some interesting stuff before the break. Like
she's a little crazy though.
But there are actually,
I love it though.
There are FAA licenses for drone pilots now, like just as private citizens. That's blowing my mind. So we're getting to another level with that. But yeah, she is out in the parking lot.
She's going to get some alcohol.
Get some alcohol.
But I also wanted to say that. I'm surprised that they can get away with the shit they're doing because I don't know of a lot of black drone pilots.
I don't know if there's a whole fleet of like the what do you call them, the Tuskegee Airmen of drone pilots.
There's not a lot of brothers, a bunch of brothers going on the weekend. We gonna fly some drones and get these bitches.
Samuel Lumpton III, the first Negro drone pilot on this day in Black history.
Black history was the first brother to drive.
He recorded Uncle James's barbecue. That was on the south side of St. Louis.
But I know that a lot of black people don't fly drones, but it doesn't matter. We do a lot of shit. And I also want to let you know, we appreciate all the listeners and all the people that come out to the live shows because me and Black Pedro are going to be doing a lot of live shows. And if you want to get on our guest list, inbox me or Black Pedro. His Instagram is
@Black Pedro.
And mine is Comedian Shang.
@Comedian Shang.
@Comedian Shang. So make sure you do it. And it is a weekly podcast. Some people are asking questions right now on the screen, and I'm just letting you know as I describe it. But there are people, if you want it is a weekly live show and a podcast. It's a radio /podcast. So make sure you check us out.
It's a Padio cast. Or a rod,
that word is fucking great.
Or a rod show.
It's a rod show. Yeah, that sounds like something else.
A rodcast show.
So so it's both. It's and we appreciate y'all listening. Oh, okay. People that are asking questions, thank you so much. And make sure you check us out.
And if you ever want to talk shit, to us, please call in 310-986-6610. 10, guys. We love to talk shit. And if we hurt your feelings, let us know. We would love to tell you in person, fuck your feelings. Okay?
Exactly. Also, and that number is 310-986-6610.
Y'all go get it. Hey, man, I'm going to hit y'all with this story about quick. While we have no guests in the house.
Yeah,
right this moment.
Breaking you off.
This shit.
What is this shit?
Literally had me laughing, y'all. So, they're saying that due to climate change, decades worth of human shit could be. Well, it could be melting on the Denali mountaintop. But I'm gonna get back to that because we got
What?
Yo, this shit is gonna be off the chain.
Wait, what?
What's gonna
You can't just
no.
drop that.
I did drop that. I just dropped that. Yo.
How you gonna talk about shit melting on the mountaintop and then that's crazy?
We got the man himself, Big Adam22 in the building, yo. What's going on?
Adam22 in the building.
This is our first time meeting. I am Black Pedro, man.
I'm Shang.
That's your boy Shang over there. Welcome to Savage AF, man.
Adam got the jacket on. Oh, stop it.
He got that gear. Hey, let's make sure we got his mic. There we go.
Did you walk in with the jacket? I am not mad at you.
I forget who made this for me, but yeah, I got like a velour or satin.
That it's like that varsity jacket.
I gotta
let
everybody
like
see this.
Chalk line.
It's that shit.
Sharp right
there. Yeah, all right, so no jumper is the podcast. Hip hop is the game, the world right there.
Yeah.
Adam22 in the building.
Adam22.
This right here, y'all. This right here is a little segment we gonna call Savage with News with your boy J News. J News in the building. I'm gonna let you take this away. J News, get at him.
Yeah. How y'all doing, everybody? It's your boy J News. This is new segment Savage with News, and like the introduction before, we got Adam22 from No Jumper Podcast in the building. Y'all make some noise for him.
Hey, let me get that. Chill. There you go. Crowd goes wild.
Yeah.
Now here on Savage as Fuck, Pedro. We like to do this for the kids.
You know how we do it, man.
We do it for the kids.
They gotta learn something, dog.
Yeah.
So go ahead and let the kids know and everybody know where they can follow you on social media.
Adam22 on Twitter and Instagram. Adam22 is also my personal YouTube channel, and then there's like No Jumper accounts for everything too. You could probably figure it out.
That's
it. Out there.
That's it.
Yes,
sir.
That's how you do that.
Now, for all our new listeners and viewers out there, I have a few questions for you. With you being so successful in your business ventures, how did that all come about for you?
I mean, I started a BMX website in 2006, and that was kind of my first legal hustle, I guess you could say.
All right.
And, I just started like making money off advertising back then. I probably would have been a YouTuber back then too, but, it just didn't even exist at the time. So started, doing the blog post thing. I was a huge fan of Narrate and Two Dope Boys and all the hip hop blogs at the time, but I correctly knew that I did not really have that much of a perspective to be sharing on hip hop. I was just a hip hop fan. So I was like, what do I really know about? I wanted to write and stuff. And I was like, shit, I know everything damn near about BMX bikes. Why don't I just start running a blog about that? So that worked. And I did that for like 10 years. And then it started to come back around because over time I slowly started to just meet rappers, do little interviews here and there with rappers. And then all of a sudden that started to snowball into what it is today. So,
right.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of crossover between those worlds, like that, like that hip hop and rock, and even that alt bit. Sorry to jump in there, Jay.
No, but in the BMX world and the skate world and stuff, there is a ton of overlap. Like, I mean, I remember one of my first interviews with a real rapper in my mind was Gangsta Boo, and I got that. Shout out Gangsta Boo, who also interviewed me in this building where I met my girlfriend. The first time I ever hung out with my girlfriend, I brought her here.
Yes,
on a first date. Gangsta Boo interviewed me right in front of her. There's no better cosign than Gangsta Boo talking about how lit you are in front of a girl that you're on your first date with, and we've been hanging out ever since.
That's it. Dash Radio.
Street cred.
But yeah, I was saying that just to say that I met Gangsta Boo because I just went to her little birthday party at a skate bar, and she was just that's how I got that interview, and then I've sort of been this weird social experiment ever since.
I wanted to ask you, who's the person that you were like, yo, it's crazy, I'm meeting you, and damn, he got skills or she got skills, like hip hop wise?
I don't really feel like I ever get to see anybody's skills usually because I'm never hearing them rap or anything. But I mean, it's just been that experience over and over and over. Like I'm saying with the Gangsta Boo thing, that blew my mind into a million pieces. I can't believe that she's actually letting me interview her. And then all of a sudden, a year later, I'm interviewing Master P and Ghostface Killah and Too Short and Usher, and I'm just wow, when is this gonna stop? This is weird. It's kind of hard almost to even find people that I feel I'm truly gonna be blown away by. The other day I was interviewing HaHa Davis, and he had just got done doing lunch with Jay-Z.
HaHa Davis,
and I was just damn.
All right, well that took all your credibility away because I know who HaHa Davis is.
You don't like him?
I don't dislike him. I just think he's funny as throat cancer.
Really? That's funny?
No, I work with him. I'm a comedian. I'm a headliner. That motherfucker got 3 minutes of material. I'm saying that to you, HaHa. You got 3 minutes of material, motherfucker.
I mean, as a person
Holla at me, boy.
Just recently, I watched his Instagram for an hour straight. I I kind of know what you mean, because I definitely watched like enough of his videos in a row that I was like, okay, I feel like I know what he's doing now.
that.
All right, yeah.
That's cool. And watch people start talking shit on the IG. I'm just telling you right now, yo, get at me. Why don't we have a comedy off? You do your thing, I do my thing.
Shang will do this.
I battle comedy rap, motherfucker.
I just want to note that these are not the opinions of Dash Comedy as a channel. Nor is it mine as a producer. Hi.
Yo, I don't give a fuck how many people follow you. So, get at me. Let me open up for you. See who the strongest. How about that?
Adam, just so you know,
taking it back to the rap game.
Shang will do this. He'll forget we're on a live radio show, and he'll just start fighting with people on Instagram, dog. So forget that etiquette. I'm sorry, man.
I'm sorry, but you know what? He part of hip hop. He know what it is.
Shout out High David. Shout out Rock Nation.
I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. You little sensitive yogurty ass bitch.
News. What else you got for him, man?
Oh no. So. Word on the street is you got these sex tapes out.
Wow.
We'll get to it then.
Big player out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, okay. You know, I was thinking about this the other day. All right. Like you like everybody's seeing your hands and your arms, and like you wouldn't really care that much if everybody saw your feet, and like everybody's seeing your face.
Right.
It's just like one little part of me that everybody seems to have seen that everybody hasn't seen from a lot of my peers. Like nobody's seen your dick. I assume. Right. I don't know. Maybe you had a scandal or whatever. But I haven't seen. You know, probably most people haven't seen your dick. You can go see my dick if you want. I don't know. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I got the biggest dick in the world, but I don't think I have a small dick. So I mean, yeah, you know, I'm not scared to volunteer it and everything. It does kind of suck having to get tested like pretty regularly, like to be able to fuck random porn stars with my girlfriend. But you know,
classic.
I'm dealing with it.
Just a word
Did
of
you
advice.
Just say you're dealing with it? Like,
just a word of advice as you venture off into this porn industry, because I used to be in it years ago.
You did scenes?
No. I just behind the scenes.
Okay.
I did stars behind the scenes. But what you want to do is don't use your dick as the selling point. Honestly, it'll be in the background. Just use the ladies to bring the people in.
That's what I try to do.
And then the dick gets the residual attention.
I'm always like
deserves.
commanding the angles. Like, yo, like they don't need to see my ball sack. Like nobody wants to see my wrinkled up little asshole. Like get the camera, show the girls if they want to see a little bit of my shit. Fine, but yeah,
you're like that taint the shot. You know what I'm saying? See what I did?
Show the shaft. Show nothing else.
So how did that come about, man? Like how did that?
Well, when I met my girlfriend, she had just kind of like first posted a photo of her ass on Instagram, you know, and like she was kind of like, oh, I'm thinking about doing the private snap thing, and like we started like really going into it, like looking at how much money she could make and shit, and like she had a regular ass job at that time, and I was like, shit, you know, honestly, I told my girl like, I believe in you, I really think you got like potential to like be a star, and I don't think you should necessarily hold yourself back. I think you should be a sex positive, Snapchat friendly fucking sex worker type thing where like you could use your body to make fucking money on Snapchat, and now she makes fucking damn near more money than me, and it's all fucked up. Now the world has changed a lot, but you know I'm
that's
proud
a
of
good
it.
thing, man.
That's empowering of you.
God, she keeps trying to cut me in on the fucking the money, and I'm like, God, is this gonna be weird for our relationship?
I was about to say that's when the pimping begins, baby. That's when the pimping begins.
She's pimping me out for sure. Like, she's the one making all this goddamn money. I'm over here. I got way more expenses than her, so it's like I'm always gonna have a fucking disadvantage in the contest of who can make more money in our relationship. But
that's all good.
It is what it is.
As long as we stay in our lanes and know our roles.
That's good problems to have, because I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna date a girl making $30,000 a year after this.
But that's done.
Now, also, I want to ask you, like, obviously, we just had a tragedy happen with Nipsey Hussle. You know, which I think that you see it on Twitter, you see it on just mainstream news
everywhere.
I mean, did you ever get a chance to meet him, or did you ever get a chance to interview him?
I'll probably always be thinking about my unanswered DM that I sent to Nipsey. That was like, I was just looking at it where I was like, yo, I just seen you at the game. I didn't want to bother you. Like, could I get an interview sometime? You know, it was like one of those things. And like one of my close friends, Desto Dub, is from the '60s, and he was like always saying like, yo, come to this event with me, and like I'll be able to link you with Nip. I bet he'll do the interview. And it was just like one of those things where I've been building for the past couple of years on my relationships and just like who I can do interviews with and everything like that. Nipsey was always like a dream of mine to be able to have a conversation with him, and I hadn't like worked my way up to that. But man, like so crazy, I was just seeing people say like LA has not felt like this since Tupac. And that's pretty crazy to think about, that it's been that long, and that there's not that many people that could have an impact like the way he did, you know?
Now with Nipsey passing, with the murder happening, where do you think the state of hip hop is at now without Nipsey? Where do you think it's gonna go from here?
Man, it hurts for LA, for anybody who cares about LA. When you really like think about Nipsey's whole career and everything, it's like he went from like a dude who was really like, in the middle of the bullshit to like somebody who was really trying to do something positive, you know? And like even like the shit that they said that he had a meeting like today or yesterday with the city about how to like prevent gang violence.
Yeah.
That's like who the fuck else was doing that? And he got killed the day before that. And I guess they had been working for a long time to make that meeting happen and shit. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's really like some shit where I feel like everybody's kind of looking at his example now. I was even like looking at his example, just trying to think about what I do and everything, in the sense that like, you know, he had that store right on Slauson, like right in the middle of his fucking neighborhood, and put a lot of people that were like his people on, and like gave them all jobs and did events and all this stuff. And it's just like really making me think about like, all right, so how do you become that kind of man?
Yeah.
And when you see the outpouring of support when he passed too, it's like, oh, that is the ramifications of a real motherfucker who really like put on for his people and gets remembered like a god. And it's just, I don't know, it's making me rethink just about everything. Really.
It's funny you used to say, you know, the way people sort of think of him as a god at this point, because one of the fascinating aspects of this, I mean, beyond sadness and RIP, man, it's this whole thing where like these conspiracies are coming out. Like the second it was like the government did it.
They did
the
that
doctor
with X
said
too.
everything.
They do that with everybody.
Well, you know, but that it's funny you say X and what. So I don't want to dismiss it, but there is this thing that's been proven of the government messing with our leaders, of our positive energy.
They caught the dude who did it. Personally, no doubt. On a personal level, like I know how I felt when the X thing happened and everybody wanted to start talking about some crazy ass conspiracy shit. I feel like the fans need to fucking control themselves and shut up about that shit, because I really feel it's disrespectful to the family when you start trying to like lead the fans on a wild goose chase about what went down and like how Nipsey got killed. It's like it was the most regular ass shit ever. Like they just caught the dude. Like he was just a fucking dude,
no doubt,
that he knew. But that they probably had the most terrestrial, basic ass type of beef. Like we don't know, but you know it probably wasn't anything that interesting. It's always people always want to try to find patterns.
But that's how he was revered, though. You know what I mean? Like that, and that's what I'm getting at. It's just that response that the community couldn't just let this go as a hood thing at first. You know what I mean?
Right.
They did put him up on a pedestal as if he was a Malcolm X, a Martin Luther King, a Medgar Evers, who was, you know, a civil rights leader of some sort, man.
No, there's a lot of truth.
For me,
sure.
I caught chills. Shang and I were in Portland all weekend, so that's where we were when we found out about it. I get back. So full disclosure, I part-time at a restaurant in a nice part of town. I don't want to give them too many plugs because
Beverly Hills.
They don't pay me to do that, right?
Beverly Hills, rich motherfucker.
I get back to work and on Monday yesterday, and you know people are talking about, it, and they were like, "Yeah, and he was just here Saturday night." I'm like, "What?
Damn,
wow. He was here." Wow. Presumably he had his last meal at this place that I work at. His last dinner, I would say, because he didn't live another 24 hours after that. So that and if I wasn't in Portland with you, dog, I would have been on that shift, man. And that's just a crazy thing to think about.
I want to say shout out to all of the Nipsey Hussle fans, and know that he did make a mark. Number one,
the family.
Number two, he did good things in the community, and he was trying to get past some of the things he did before. And so remember him that way more than anything else. I mean, obviously, and keep banging his music too, because his music is still out there and
that's how
resonating.
artists lives on.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, no, absolutely. But I just feel like a lot of people want to get all these conspiracies and just think about the man himself instead of think about all the other bullshit. You're like, oh yeah, it was a dude. It was a strategic strike from. No, it wasn't all that. It was some hood shit that happened. Unfortunately, fucked up hood shit. Yeah. But it was some hood shit that happened and took away a really.
I do though.
A budding artist that was going to be bigger.
And I don't want to stoke that fire at all. But I do want to kind of address where it comes from, because you have to understand that, especially in recent years, a lot of classified documents have been opened up, and we've seen that like. The United States government has absolutely interfered with the lives of Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, the Black Panthers, Fred Hampton, things like this. Like they investigate our leaders for some reason. So I can just see why a thing like that comes out. So I just don't like to dismiss it that quickly, because there's that sentiment's always going to be there.
And this also touches upon what we've discussed in the past about not glamorizing the killers.
The killers.
Or the gunmen, like not saying their names, not like giving them any fame or what the to encourage.
They're saying this fool's name everywhere. I know
they do that in America.
They've been trying to do that with the like mass shooters and stuff. But then I was a little surprised when I seen the screenshot of Nipsey's killer come out, and they're like, "Oh, this is his name. This is where he's from. This is his gang." Rah rah rah. I'm like, "Oh shit! I guess that only extends to the terrorists." You know?
Right? Yeah. Exactly.
I look at those. I'll read the things, but I won't retain the name.
The name. Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Well, I mean, with terrorists, even the dude that shot up a bunch of people in Vegas. You didn't see his picture all over the place for a while. It was like for a minute there and then it was gone.
But remember how it was before? Like they used to make those dudes famous as fuck. Like I know about the Columbine shooters. I could say their names. Like I remember what they look like and shit. That's like that is a good thing because for a while they were like taking the killers' faces and putting them on like the cover of Time and shit. Yeah. And almost making it like this sexy thing. Like, oh, look at this badass killer. Yeah, it's like that is really bad to incentivize that.
Now that they're doing all the documentaries, like. It's kind of a moot point. Like they think they're gonna be famous anyway.
They did. I saw a movie last night on Netflix. Kevin Costner and Woody Harrelson called The Highwaymen, and it's about the dudes who actually took down Bonnie and Clyde.
Damn.
But you don't realize like Bonnie and Clyde were like celebrated here. 20,000 people came out to her funeral. 15,000 people came out to. I was like, these people are nuts. Like they shot cops and
there probably wasn't that much to do back then. But this bitch's funeral, there ain't nothing else to do. Now we got like thousands of different sports and shit.
They didn't have shit to listen to.
All right, so listen, I wanted to ask you about this. If you don't mind me jumping in real quick, Adam22. If you're just tuning in, guys, we are here, Savage AF, right here on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. I'm Black Pedro.
I'm Shang.
We got J News in the building. We're doing Savage with News. We got our boy Adam22 in the building. And speaking of run-ins, man, and close calls, you had somebody run up on you recently, right?
Man, a couple of people,
with a little crazy, but one situation in particular was kind of crazy, right? Live streaming.
Yeah, I was just sitting in the back of my store live streaming my fans' music like I often do, and just sitting there chilling. We had ordered Bossa Nova, and like my employee, I have one employee who just like sits by the door with a gun just in case whatever happens, and like he goes out, gets the food, walks back in. He's like literally like distracted for like 5 seconds, and then all of a sudden this fucking dude just runs in with a mask on and a gun, tries to put it to my head. But like by the time he had his gun pointed at my head, they're like my guy already had his gun pointed at that guy's head. So that was the terrifying like couple seconds right there because it's like it turns out this guy's gun was fake. But at the same time, like he almost got shot in the head with a real gun.
Yeah,
so
of course,
that was crazy. And like he's still locked up right now, and I don't know.
Do we know what that was about at all? He was out of his goddamn mind?
I think it was just some straight mental health shit. I don't think that it definitely wasn't some street shit or nothing like that.
That's actually happened to me before.
Or just a hater.
That almost
but a fake gun though that tells me
fake gun, and also the words out of his mouth were "Give me all your money." It's like, bro, it's 2019. I ain't got no goddamn money. You want my debit card?
Right.
I'll give you the pin.
Can I Venmo you?
I swear I'll Venmo you everything.
Exactly.
Like,
Cash App. You got the cash.
I have $40 in my pocket. There's no cash to be had.
Nobody's walking around with like wads of money,
unless you're like Rich the Kid, and then you're like, or like all these guys. They all fucking are in videos with just 30 grand. 80 grand, whatever. I don't understand that personally.
In the video.
All my money in the bank.
Not as long as Cash App exists. I'm never doing that shit.
Yeah. Right. And even that, Cash App ain't safe. Venmo ain't safe. I had a friend who fucking got his Venmo banned the other day. Now, granted, he's a drug dealer, but
hey, you know what? This America.
Did you say? Well, granted, he is a drug dealer,
right? But at the same time, it's like shit. I thought that's what this was for. The other day, honestly, I bought an ounce of weed off Venmo, and I was just like, damn, that was great. Like, I didn't even have to use cash. That was beautiful.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Welcome to the future, people.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah. So, what? Speaking of the future. Where are you taking it? Where is Adam22 headed?
Adam22 goes and go.
Just trying to like develop more content, come up with a more consistent content schedule, try to loop in more people to interview and stuff. I'm doing fucking Spice One and Rapping Forte tonight. So I'm like fucking
at the Players Club.
Exactly. Like literally, I got that cassette single in 2nd grade.
Come on, bro.
So that's pretty dope. Like I don't know. I'm just honestly just trying to keep pushing it. Just keep trying to like the game has changed a lot because when I started like 3-4 years ago, there was way less podcasts. You didn't have like all the radio stations doing YouTube and stuff. A lot has changed, but I'm still always just like working to try to do as much as I can and shit. Just try to have as many good conversations as I can and just keep building more content. Really, at the end of the day, it's like I got fucking 3 million YouTube subscribers. I'm just trying to feed them get that number up, but also like oh, if you are already like comfortable spending 10 or 20 or 30 minutes a day watching my shit, well, shit, maybe I could give you 2 hours. Maybe I could give you like whatever. Like there's a lot of people, like different media companies I look up to that I just see what they're doing, and I'm just trying to like sort of build the same thing, put people who are talented on, create more content for the fans, you know?
Mm-hmm. And then one thing I like about it too is that you're doing it on your own. You're not trying to really collab, or you're just building the platform and just going with it.
Yeah, I mean, I had so many goddamn like people try to get with me and try to shout out Dash Radio. All kinds of people try to get me to like do shit with them, and like even like the TV producers, all that kind of shit. I'm just like, why would I want to create something for you when I could do shit
just
on
keep
my
it
own?
myself.
And like literally my whole setup still to this day is like a fucking computer with a camera plugged into it and some lights. It's like, I don't know. It's like, I got like production people talk to me all the time. I'm like, I don't really want to build anything with you because you're corny and like fucking, I just don't trust anyone, and I know what I like doing, and I don't know.
That's it. Well, that's
all that matters.
Yeah, that's
so
how you
many
keep your
people I
brand.
know who have like gone and done TV shows. A, it takes away from their YouTube following, and B, it like just slows them down. They end up hating it. Like I feel like you either learn that lesson sooner or later. Some people are the types of people that want to create like big blowout, expensive, high production quality content. And for myself, it's like I'm pretty happy just like okay, I'm gonna do a piece of content with Spice One, and I'm gonna sit there for an hour and talk to him, and then I'm gonna put it on YouTube, and then I'm not really gonna make a lot of money off it or anything, but I'm still like happy with the idea of it, you know?
Right.
It's like, maybe we'll sell some T-shirts off the back of it.
No, you're right. Some people that I've seen that had online shows and then they go to TV. There's one with Showtime, DeSeuss and
Mero.
Their show is not as good. I mean, man, I sound like a hater today, but no, it's not as good. I like something. Today. No, the Ha Davis thing, I was joking. And if he take it serious, then we can make that shit happen. But I'm saying the reason I'm saying that is sometimes that's what makes me want to watch the show. The fact that you're doing it yourself. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
No, I feel that because like, I've been watching like a lot of the comedians like Andrew Schultz, Theo Von, they're all like doing their independent thing where they just set up a studio.
I love Theo Von.
Couple little sets, and then they just go, and they have like Andrew Schultz is like a new one to it that I've seen. He told me he was going to build out all the shit that he has going right now, and I just like, it makes me happy to see comedians or whoever just like taking charge of their own culture, their own content. And I feel like, if anything, like hip hop might feel a little blown out with the content right now because you have, somebody like Joe Budden who's like all of a sudden just creating a huge amount of content. I think there could be 10 Joe Buddens. There could be like, there could be so many more people creating content within hip hop, and it's like, I like seeing it develop online.
I think that now I'm a fan of Joe. In fact, I took Joe Budden's place on Hot 97. I used to do Hot 97 in New York.
Oh, okay.
Blazing hip hop and R&B.
But he wasn't he only on?
He just on Fridays, fill-in Fridays.
Right.
So, but the thing is, Joe Budden, I just started listening to a lot of his shit. Man, the motherfucker has skills, and I understand how it translated into him taking it to the media. The thing that's good with you is that you are keeping it, you are doing it. Does that make sense what I'm saying? And you're keeping your sensibility to it, and that's what I like about it.
I mean, I'm trying to build out more hosts and stuff. Like my girl Cam Girl and Lil House Phone, they got like a show together on that shit now where like they do like a live streamed podcast once every week. And then they're like the ones sort of governing it. They're picking out a different guest every week. They're sort of taking charge of it, and that's like the direction that I could see it going. Is like my friend Bosco 100. He's like the same deal. Like we're working on his like live stream. We want to have him doing like a weekly live stream where he just is always doing like his own version of the podcast and stuff. And I don't know. It's like that is the biggest challenge for sure. Is like building out more hosts, finding people that I trust enough to like be like almost representative of the brand on camera, hosting some shit. But it's like I personally am just enjoying like the fun side of just like running a brand and knowing that I can really do whatever I want with the brand. Like whatever I like choose to put out, whatever, like we can make T-shirts, we can make fucking rowboats.
But you know what? Rowboats, what the fuck is that?
That's the first time I've ever thought about making rowboats.
Make a rowboat?
I immediately rejected it.
Won't be the last.
It's not a good idea.
Not a good idea. The rowboats didn't sell. What happened?
Some of our fans here on Savage AF might not be familiar with you, and the brand is No Jumper, right? Mm-hmm. So like, tell them about it. Like, what if they go to when you don't be stupid when you go check out No Jumper. Tell them what they
definitely check out No Jumper.
Melrose. Yeah, we're on Melrose, like right by. We're like a half a mile from the Supreme store. The store is called On Some Shit. Melrose and 7669 across the street from the Urban Outfitters. But yeah,
I know where it's at.
I'm trying to like I've always, my whole time doing it, I've been trying to like identify like what is our space in this. Like obviously you have something like the Breakfast Club. Breakfast Club is huge. Then you have something like, you know, Jesus Miro or the Joe Budden show where he's just giving his commentary and they're creating.
Ebro is pretty big.
Right, but they're creating content around the content. It's kind of like where do I fit into that? Like, who am I? Like, because I feel like my shit is all over the place where I'll be interviewing some 16-year-old rapper kid one day and then I'll be interviewing Rapping Forte the next day. And it's like, it's this, for me, it's just like, I want to just create content out of a love for hip hop and the overall greater culture, you know? And just have that be the focus is like, create a lot of content. Not all of it's for everybody, but I want to be able to go and do an interview with some skater that I think is interesting that has 50K. And, you know, it's not for everybody. Absolutely. 99% of my audience isn't going to like it or give a fuck about it. But the percentage of the audience that does watch it will learn something. And then it'll ideally like bring in more of an audience. And that's just kind of how I think about it.
Now, check this out. You're listening to Savage AF on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. I'm Shang.
I'm Black Pedro, guys.
And I want to make sure that you check us out on all the social media platforms at Savage AF Radio. And also get at Black Pedro at Black Pedro and at Comedian Shang. And I also want to get just, you know, throw some shit out there. I'm going to be at the Laugh Factory in Long Beach headlining this Wednesday and this Friday. So if you get a chance, you want to come check me out live, go to my website, I Am Shang, and you can check out the information. And then this Sunday, I'll be at the Rec Room. Then I'm hitting Austin, Texas. Then I'm hitting like at least 10 cities. And I'm very blessed and lucky to be able to do it and make as much money as I make. So
get it. Hey, y'all. So right now we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back a little bit more Adam22 for y'all. We might have some more Gracy Lace for y'all and some more Savage with news when we get back, y'all. Stay tuned. Yeah, you know we doing it, y'all. This is Savage AF live right here on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. I am Black Pedro.
Yo, this is Shang.
You know how we do this, y'all. Hey, so I'm going to give it to the homie J News one last time so you can... Just hit him with it, Jay. Hit him with it, Jay News.
Yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? This is the segment with me, Savage with News. I always want to give Adam a chance to give out his social media again before we close this segment. So go ahead, bro.
My social media is at Adam22. Over and out.
That's it, y'all. That's how we do that.
That's pretty much it.
I wanted you to
no special shit, no squiggly lines and none of that shit.
If you search Adam22, you'll figure it out.
That's it.
And if you don't figure it out, you're dumb as a bag of hammers.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, exactly. we don't need to follow.
Or you're a Trump supporter.
We need your following motherfucking ass. Hey, so check this out, guys. Just one last story I want to go over before we hit these streets out here.
We hit these streets.
I saw this shit and it blew my mind, man. But due to global warming. They say that there's an amazing amount of human shit that is going to melt off of Mount Denali, which is the highest mountain in North America. Like 2,000 or I think like 1,200 people climb it every year. Every year, people leave 2 metric tons of shit on top of that mountain.
What?
Like poop?
Yeah, like human poop. They go, the mountain climbers, they poop. When you get up to the mountain, you know, mountain climbing, those people don't realize it. It pushes your digestion there. And if you just,
so what? The shit is just staying up there. It's not like degrading up into the sky already. Why is it like about? Why is this about to happen? Why hasn't it been steadily?
Okay, and if you're just tuning in, guys, we're Savage AF right here. Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. We got Adam22 in the building. We got Gracy Lace in the building, y'all. And we are talking about a pile of shit on Mount Denali, y'all. And what happened is, you know, it's a mountain big up there, cold, freezing. Climate change though, global warming, that shit's melting.
Oh, okay.
Literally,
so
that
was frozen.
That shit's melting. Exactly.
The poop slides downhill.
And it's gonna slide. It's gonna slide down with the snow.
How the fuck did we get to this?
It's gonna slide down with the snow and the water.
Why does it always come back to the shit?
But like, so like, if you go up there right now, are you like walking in shit?
No, it's like it's like these frozen things, and I think they do measures to like bury it. So now at this point, so. You know, mountain climbers, stuff like that, they're usually like environmentally conscious. So they're now like starting to volunteer to bring their own shit back down off the mountain when they climb up.
Can't they plant? They can not plant stuff.
What's gonna grow up there? We talking about Mountain Summit. That's not livable.
I'm trying to figure out how the fuck are we talking about this?
I thought you're supposed to fucking dig a hole. Is it going to be a shit
volcano?
That's what he's saying. Is like now the holes are full. The holes are no longer holes anymore.
Oh, right. Fuck. There's no hope for anyone.
They've created like a poop line, like you can't poop above a certain level. You know what I mean? Or
Not
if you
ground
poop below
level.
a certain level, you always had to bring it back down.
This is the weirdest trivia I've ever fucking heard in my life.
Hey man, listen, it's
on the agenda.
But this is one of those things you don't really think about, though, right? Like it's like you climb up a mountain.
There's a reason I don't think about it.
You think you're going to do this thing, but we don't think about it. It's like what happens? Shitty conversation.
Well, I have a really good solution. I had this girl on the podcast the other day, this porn star girl, and she was talking about how she wants to eat shit. She was like really like talking about how she wants a dude to shit all over her tits.
We were just talking about 2 girls, 1 cup.
Right, and she said that kind of inspired her. So I just want to
tell you what, maybe we can use her to help the mountain.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She might be able to go up there and just sort of gobble some of it up.
Just get it in.
That's so gross.
Eat that shit.
You don't even know whose poop it is.
What else are you doing?
I know exactly. What else you doing on a Tuesday?
Bring some milk.
You guys, I already told you guys. I watched 2 Girls, 1 Cup like 37 times in a row. I couldn't stop watching it. So if this chick live streamed herself on the mountaintop, yeah, you know that.
What?
Use a drone.
On the mountaintop. On the mountaintop.
Wait. You had a boner watching 2 Girls, 1 Cup? Because that's not really the emotion I was having.
He just couldn't stop watching it.
I couldn't stop watching, but I probably had a boner. Like it's back when it first came out.
Around like the 13th.
I remember watching it one time intently,
be
but definitely was like my dick was like shriveled up.
Yeah,
it
was one of those one time. Okay, I'm good.
I know what that's like.
Yeah,
Tight.
done. Out.
Yeah.
I'm definitely conscious of my breath all the time because of it.
Well, I guess it does some good in the world, I guess.
You know what impact is all this shit taking on
Gracie,
me?
I think I love you.
It's okay, man.
Shout out to Dustin Frisch who introduced me to that video.
We'll all get through it, bro.
We'll all get through it. But no, I just didn't. I didn't know that was going to be like one of the topics. I mean, I knew, but
well, that's why I sent out.
Well, you had to know when you had the shit come on your radio show.
I know, but the shit that we was talking about wasn't that shit. I was talking about like hot shit, not that kind of shit.
Shit.
But it is hot shit because it's going to be coming down the mountain.
To him, it was hot shit, but
so
creepy shit.
Check this out. We're getting towards the end of the show, but our 2 guests didn't actually get to meet. This is your first time.
Yeah, we took a photo together before we met. Well, I guess we did meet real quick. But.
Yeah.
Hi.
It broke again.
So check this out. We got
I just broke my.
Oh shit! I did.
This bitch.
We got Gracy Lace here. So Adam22. So that you know it, Gracy Lace. She is. Oh, we gotta cut her mic for a second so that we can fix the mic. Well, if you just don't touch it, leave it like that, and nobody touch the fucking mic. All right, there we go. Just don't touch the mic. All right, hands free. It's a hands free job.
She wants to caress it. Stop caressing the mic.
So Adam22, just so you know, Gracy Lace, she's like the #1 drone pilot operator, female.
Really?
Like she operates drone. But did you know that you can get like a professional FAA license in droning, like
you
in
have
operating?
to.
Yeah.
You have
I've been
to.
hearing about it. They shot a whole huge music video shoot down the other day because DJ Mustard was flying a drone. Like
Mustard on the beat.
YG shoot. Yeah, Mustard on the drone. Not as good an idea.
On the drone.
But yeah, they shut that whole down. Like I know some YouTubers were like banned from using drones in New York City because they got caught doing it illegally. Like they're getting serious about it.
Apparently, this bitch doesn't get caught at all.
Well, I guess if you were that good at it, you probably know all this. But yeah,
No, she'll be droning
droner.
around the cops, and they'll never find her.
They love me.
They'll never find her. And then Gracy Lace. So you know, Adam22.
He's everything.
You know, you already in it, huh? You get it. You got it.
We're
Good.
already on our Christmas list.
There, I just didn't want any fights to break out.
That's
Like, who the
trippy
fuck is this?
shit.
He's my favorite.
I see you waving your
Oh,
hand.
there you go. That's awesome, y'all.
Keep fucking with
We're
him.
making friends here on Savage AF.
No. I wanted to say that thank you for letting me know that there's a mountain of shit coming down. And it's not from the White House, but it's actually from that mountain. So
It's from Mount
is it
Denali.
gonna melt and slide down this whole mountain, and this village at the bottom is just gonna be coated in shit?
I think that's the part that's awesome.
A village of just
Speaking
shit
of
people.
shit
Like,
just about to pour down, can I shamelessly plug my show that's premiering Thursday?
You're supposed to.
If you're talking to
Thank
the
you,
mic.
I
darling.
thought you were gonna say, speaking
Thank
of shit,
you,
I have to take a
darling.
shit.
Yeah.
Please.
That's what I
So
got.
Thursday, 10 p.m., History Channel, The American Farm. You will get to catch me and Max Froggenschluggens.
Yes.
Drone work firsthand, and we are going to kill it. And I'm capping at 4 Emmys.
Oh, dope.
Wow.
Capping it.
And we said what?
Legit.
The History Channel?
The
Farm?
History Channel,
Is it live?
9 p.m., The American Farm.
The American
It is
Farm.
not Farm. It's an 8-segment docuseries produced by the creators of Deadliest Catch and Ice Road Truckers.
Oh, wow.
And
Nice.
it is going to be amazing.
That's
And
awesome.
you guys were the drone operators for the project.
Correct, sir.
That is dope. So what without giving away too much, what kind of stuff will we see on the American
So
Farm?
basically, it follows 5 family farms across the U.S. And it shows the battle of working the hardest job, but also they basically are betting their livelihood and their entire family structure to make sure that it works. And it's pretty intriguing. It's just as captivating as Deadliest Catch would be, Ice Road Truckers, all of that stuff. Tom Beers
is there any murder?
Wonderful.
There's no murder?
There is.
Oh, come on, man.
That would
make it cool.
There is a lot of drama, and I'm there, so there's always going to be murder.
Okay,
murder, she wrote every day.
Come on, J-News, that'd be cool.
Killing it.
Like right in the middle of this shit, somebody go pop, pop, and then, you know.
But I will tell you that I broke
whatever.
3 world records during that shoot.
You broke 3
about 3 world records. It was a year and a half that I filmed with them, and I broke definitely 3 world records.
What are those records?
One of them is flying a drone inside a working silo while I stood inside of it, which is pretty much sure death.
That sounds dangerous.
It was super dangerous, but I did it, and
excellent.
There's a few other things that happen. You have to just tune in. Start
Woo!
10 p.m. Thursday.
Make sure you watch 10 p.m. Thursday. If you don't watch, I hope you get a yeast infection in your armpit.
Yeah.
Flat out.
And if you do get a yeast infection in your armpit, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah,
like
you're
doing that thing
You're
wrong.
gonna love these families. They're absolutely incredible. Each one of them, there's a star in each family, and the amount of just courage and effort.
Is it as good?
They love it.
I hate to interrupt you. Is it good as Deadliest Catch? Because Deadliest Catch, it actually sucked me in, and I started watching that shit.
It's completely different, but yes, it's just
Okay,
as
'cause
good,
Deadliest
if
Catch,
not better.
They like cages be falling
I
on
mean,
them.
we're
They get
talking
fucked
19.
up.
We're talking 19 seasons of Deadliest Catch. We're talking a lot of Emmys won. This show is just as intriguing, if not more.
Because I go on YouTube. I like to watch fails. I like to see people get fucked up.
Oh, hell yeah.
I used to watch skaters do it, and then I watch BMX bikers get fucked up.
Well, and
so something's wrong with
the
me.
people think Farmer's Daughter. I mean, there's like
I think about Farmer's Daughter all
There's
the time.
beautiful people on the show. There's kids that are just absolutely intriguing. Carter Griggs is just absolutely amazing.
But are any other kids? Do any of the kids bury another kid in the backyard?
Oh, there's some shit that goes down.
And then the little kid, does he come back and start killing people?
I gotta tell you, in Tennessee, we got a family there that these kids are
Adam
worth
looked over
watching.
like, that sounded interesting.
But
the fuck was that?
We got Tennessee. We got there's a couple. New Hampshire. There's 3 boys that they're pretty ruthless.
I want to see some murder.
All right, well, no, that.
Sometimes dead is better.
Friday, 10 p.m. History Channel.
Negative. Thursday,
Oh, Thursday.
sir.
Shit, I'm sorry. I'm so bad at my
April
job.
4th, 10 p.m. History
April
Channel.
4th, 10 p.m. Make sure you
The
check
American
out the show.
Farm,
The
please.
American Farm, actually one of the producers of Deadliest Catch, so you know it's going to be some good shit because Deadliest Catch is off the chain. And I wanted to say flat out, you are one of the wildest motherfuckers we had on here.
I'm just a regular girl.
Like,
sorry.
Adam didn't come put his nipples on the glass.
Nope.
And if Adam, you did that
He
shit,
would have never gotten in the
I'd have been
studio.
like,
You never
Adam's
gotten in
trying
the
to
studio.
avoid a sexual misconduct charge. So.
Yeah, so
Hello.
I'd have been like, Adam, you're going to have to stand outside.
Adam,
I want to be me too. You
Yeah,
know?
you are. You're
What
right.
the hell?
I
It
know.
ain't that fun.
Adam22.
Yeah, right.
What can we plug for you, brother? Where should the people be checking for you next? What's up?
Shit.
Good
YouTube, Twitter, Instagram.
it.
You
Okay.
know, a whole lot of gang shit.
Fucking everything.
That's it, y'all. Make
Can I
sure.
ask his
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
influencer question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so if there was one cause or message that you would believe in the most or have a passion for, what would it be?
What the fuck are you asking?
It's feelings time.
Dun,
Cause?
dun, dun.
Yeah, like
He
any
don't
like
give
what do you
Cause?
like I ew.
Cause I said so.
I don't know. I mean, I guess like we do stuff for like usually whenever we do any kind of like thing like a fundraiser or whatever, we always just give money to the homeless just because it's such a big problem in LA. So
Yeah.
that's kind of our go-to. Is that whenever we did like an event with Shoreline Mafia a couple months ago and stuff, we got some more stuff coming up soon. That's usually what we do is just do stuff for the homeless just because it's such an in-your-face problem in LA.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. That's easy to fix. I mean, there's Skid Row going down.
Yeah,
I
we
can
used
hook
to
you up
be
with the
in
project.
Skid Row. Our store was downtown in Skid Row. So
Yeah. You know what it
That
is.
was brutal, yeah.
You know what
And
it is.
Gracie, we know that you love the educating children.
Well, and I also
With
work
porn.
with the
Well, yeah, you
The
balance
Dove Project.
so you balance your porn with the
well,
with
and
the kids.
I'm also involved with animals, so I work with the Dove
so
Project.
animals and porn.
And kids.
and children. Yes, I'm
No, not children in porn.
Not all
Whoa, not all children in porn.
You can't put those
that
two
was
together.
I believe
but
I can fly.
you got to
moment.
put the dogs
Okay,
with, you know.
no.
I work with the Dove Project, which is rescuing dogs from the dog meat farms in South Korea.
You said dog meat farms?
Correct.
That is fucking fantastic.
I'm not.
It's pretty gnarly. So
no,
I actually
wait a minute. They eat dogs?
They do.
Yeah.
Wait, who eats dogs?
There's about 2 million farms right now that are growing.
They cook dogs and eat them. Fantastic.
They raise dogs specifically for human consumption. And
Here in America?
Negative. It's mostly in Asia.
Okay, I was like, hold the fuck up.
I don't see what the big deal is. An animal is an animal. If you're eating a cow and you're saying it's a big deal to eat a fucking dog.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm not going to do it because culturally it's not part of it.
We choose to humanize one animal.
No, I understand.
And
I understand where you're coming from. The amount of abuse and actual torture that's gone into the dog meat farms is horrific. And it's their belief is that the more that they're tortured, the better that their flesh tastes.
What the fuck?
It's horrible.
Exactly.
What? That's savage as fuck, right
We need
here.
research.
Yeah,
we need to know if it's true or not.
That's savage.
Yeah.
So I do a lot of rehabilitation for these dogs that come over.
This
and,
is that is
it's
some
gnarly.
creepy
That is
shit.
But I just had one of them today. His name is Shadow, and I've had him for 3 months, and he's going home.
Yeah, but how does he
his
taste?
Forever home.
I'm fucking
He doesn't
with you.
taste as good as my
I'd eat a
Jindo
dog in a
does.
heartbeat. All that bullshit. I'd eat a dog. I don't give a fuck if he's
I'm
looking
bringing
at
my
me.
Jindo in
I'm
next
just letting
time.
you know.
He'll fuck
I was just
you
in
up.
Australia and I ate a whole bunch of kangaroo, and I can confirm it's gas.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And I also found out that most of the people in Australia haven't actually eaten kangaroo. They thought we were kind of weird.
I love pigs. I love all animals.
A pig is a smart animal.
Look,
You eat him.
They're so smart.
Bacon
And,
is the shit.
I mean, it tastes so good. It's meat candy, and that's horrible to say. However, I feel like it's like there's one thing if you're doing it humanely, which everyone's going to disagree or agree with me. But when people are purposely just hurting animals and making other animals witness it, so that it's too much.
You know what?
So,
I have a problem with that because I see people don't give a fuck about homeless people or people in America, and they worried about a fucking cat or a dog.
Yeah.
I'll eat a cat in front of its kittens.
I think that love is universal, and that if you're gonna feed the homeless, you need to care about all living things.
Nah, because
lettuce fucking screams when you rip it from the earth too. God
I'm gonna tell you why I care.
I don't know about
because
that.
you know why? That homeless dude is named Jim, and Jim can say something back to me.
My Jindo is named Alan.
Okay, but I'm saying the cat gonna look at me is like, I could give a fuck about you. So I'm sorry. I know that's fucked up, but
we need to work together to help everybody from the homeless to cats to homeless cats.
Save a dolphin, save a
Cassie,
nigga.
book me again. I'm bringing in some animals, and we're gonna make this fucking heartless fool.
I'm not heartless.
The show's called Savage, yo. It's gonna be that's a lot of work.
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
Hey,
I'm not heartless.
We have gotten to the
If you bring some animals here, we're eating them.
We're eating them flat out.
We have gotten to the end of the line
fuck
here.
Them. Koala bears, bye.
There you go. All
Bye.
right. There you go.
They're koalas, not bears.
Whatever.
They're vicious as
You know
fuck.
what? You know what? But they taste good.
Damn microphone.
They taste good in barbecue.
God damn that
big ass
microphone.
lips.
The only time I ever felt bad about eating an animal is I ate a cat, and then I found out that the cat was one of the first responders during 9/11. So
that's the only
fucked
time I
up.
felt bad.
He did a lot, but then I ate him. But
Fuck his
whatever.
Responder cat. Hey, y'all, that
Eating
is
that pussy.
Savage AF for this
Wow.
week right here on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. I am Black Pedro.
I'm Shang, and make sure you check out the live shows this week at the Laugh Factory in Long Beach Wednesday and Friday, and I'll be at the Rec Room this Sunday, April 7th, I believe it is.
Hey,
So,
thank you to
live.
both of our guests, Gracy Lace and Adam22. We thank you guys for listening. We'll check you next week. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle.
We're going to close out.
Cocaine on the table. Welcome to Hollywood, nigga. What would you do for the limelight? What would you do if it felt right? Couple white bitches on me, with my dark shades on, black leather jacket, with the straps like a bomb. Man, I feel like Jesus Shuttlesworth. Man, I feel like he just got gang. Man, I feel I'm here to change things. And I feel you in my fucking lane. yeah. I rock that guitar like I'm Jimi Hendrix. Rage Against the Machine, the way I really spit it. Fuck society and the industry is what I'm getting. How I'm living is just the repercussion of the business. Yeah, the bitch. Yeah, cocaine on the table. Welcome to Hollywood, nigga. What would you do for the life?